coming into the game, watching film of Louisville, I was really impressed with their team. I thought they're getting a lot better. You can't really judge them on, what happened in November, December. Mike James is playing at a really high level. Brandon Huntley-Hatfield. Trey White was really good today. Sky Clark's so fast. I've been impressed with Curtis Williams, too, really shooting it. So, I think Kenny's doing, it's a good job. It's hard, man, in this league to continue to get better, and I think that team has gotten better. Listen, we made 18 threes. It's going to be hard to lose that game. Anytime you make 18 threes, you got a great chance to win. But it was an unbelievable effort by our team to share the ball and shoot great shots. Those were all really pretty darn good shots of the threes that we made. If you look at the lessons that had to be learned from the couple losses on the road, we had to play without fouling. Coming into the game, Louisville, I think, leads the league in going to the line, and they only went, I think, 11 times. So that was huge because we fouled too much at Florida State and at NC State. Limiting our turnovers was huge. We only had, 8? And we probably had 3 or 4 of those late. Unbelievable job of taking care of the ball and then sharing the ball. 20 assists on 31 baskets. Thought we did a good job defensively. They made 25 twos. 25 twos. It's tough to, that's pretty darn good defense. And those shots are not, they made some tough shots. I thought. And but we did an unbelievable job again of guarding the 3-point line. I thought Hunter got us off to a great start. He's playing at a high level. I thought Andrew was great. I thought Cam played great defense. He had 11 rebounds. And so I just think that, Efton played solid. I thought we did a good job of getting the ball inside out, not just all shooting threes. And so it was a good effort. Deari comes in. I lost the bet. My bet was it was going to be an air ball or air bank. And he splashed it right in my mouth, standing right next to me. I don't know what to say. He's just he's a really good shooter, and, he's got great size. He can get it off quick on anybody. And he's got tremendous confidence, which is a good thing. And I thought he threw a good pass across court there to Parker, for 3. And Parker, he played awesome, coming off the bench, made 3 threes, but just did all those other things that he does. And I thought it was just a really pretty darn good team win. Questions?
Steve, I know you didn't get Jow in there, but
yeah.
Do you feel like you're whole with what Deari brings you on the outside?
I feel better. Yeah, I'd like to get Jow in there. Deari was at about he could only play 10 minutes today probably. I think he made a little over that, but that was it. I just didn't have a chance. I felt like maybe to get Jow in there, but we will. I told him that. He got to remember now, we play Monday, and then we got like 9 days, I think, or something like that. So that'll give them a chance both to get up a little bit better up to speed. The difference is like with Efton. Efton was practicing every day with the team, right? They haven't. So it's a little different, and so we got to work them in.
Just 11 minutes, but it felt like they were really looking for Deari when he was out there.
Yeah.
Speaking to what you just said about not having played with that much.
You talking about the players?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they know. Here's the thing. Deari has done some non-contact stuff with this up till Thursday when he could finally go live again. So they've seen him shoot it. They shoot around with him all the time. They shoot after practice. They shoot before practice. He gets in some of the non-contact drills. They know. They know. And then, last year when I was recruiting him, I showed him film of him. Film don't lie, And so, he's just got to take him in rhythm, But he stretches that defense. I'll tell you that right now.
You'd make a baseball analogy. He kind of seemed like a guy coming out of the pen and throwing 90 on the pitch count.
He did.
Given your history with Deari and seeing the injuries that he's gone through and what was required for him to get back out there, how satisfying is it to see that shot go up and it not be an air bank or an air ball?
I just grinned. You know, I was so happy. I mean, I know you guys know this, but really truthfully, to go through what he's been through, to get here and just snap his Achilles immediately, and then fight really hard and then get back in and make 3 threes in 3 possessions against Carolina, you know, that was awesome for him. And then to go through last year and really starting to become the player that we knew he would be, right? And then he tears his patella at NC State. It was a hard road to get back. Harder than we imagined, harder than I thought. You know, I really thought he could be back, you know, by November, you know, at some point, maybe early December. I didn't think it would be this long, but it just was. And I hated it that Zhao tore his knee up just doing zigzag drills, you know, it's for the second time. So, it means a lot to me for both of them, but especially Deari because, you know, he's been with me a long time, you know, and I think he's a very valuable piece to this team too, and I really wanted him to play. And so very satisfying for him and for us. The players, I mean, one thing about Deari, he can make you mad, but the players like him. You know what I'm saying? The players like him, and I know that. And so, yeah, I was really pleased for him today to do that. Yeah, it was a little storybook type deal, a little bit. First chapter.
Steve, not to get too hyperbolic, but when you've got Parker Fredrickson on one corner and Deari on the other, is that kind of like cheating in a way? Have you ever had a lineup that has the ability to stretch the floor to that extent?
Probably not 2 guys, you know. And somebody asked me that a couple weeks ago at the radio show, and I said, I doubt they'll ever be on the court together. That was brilliant. Then I did it. Yeah, I mean.
And you don't think fans ever have good ideas, Steve?
They don't. They're a bunch of experts. But, you know, yeah, I mean, the hard part for me was when I thought about that. I wasn't thinking about Deari at the 4 when I had asked that question. I was thinking Deari as a 3, and we basically played him behind Andrew today. And so, yeah, when you really – because I couldn't think – I was trying to think, are we going to have Boopy and Hunter and Cam off the floor, 2 of those guys? Probably not. You know, so a little defense. I was thinking about him playing the 3. Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? How are you going to guard that? Now, you know, you still got to make them. We're not going to make 18 threes every game. Love to. And if Kevin had made that 3 at the end, we would have tied the school record. I didn't know that. I'm going to get on him tomorrow. Put Kevin Dunn about that. But, yeah, it's a good problem to have.
But less happy. I remember late last year, everybody kind of watching Andrew Carr struggle as he had a wrist problem.
Yeah.
And it looks like Cam helped
He does.
do some of that. Is that something you guys are hoping clears up during that
It's not.
days off, or is it going to be long-term?
It's all long-term deal. You know, I feel bad. It happened in the NC State game. It's not going away. It's not. So, man, is he a tough kid to play through the pain that he's playing with. You know, he'll find his way. We'll figure it out. But no, it's not going to get better until after the season. And so he wants to play. He's a hard-charging dude now.
Those things that he had a decision to
He did.
Stop now and get things fixed? Or?
Could, you know, but that's not the way he is. And it's been a long week, you know, after coming home and having a tough loss and having that. And then just I was really proud of the way they bounced back, you know, and had a great attitude Thursday and Friday, you know, ready to play today. I thought Hunter, again, got us off to a great start on offense. And I thought Cam, you know, he had a couple tough shots there, but I don't care. He plays so hard. You know, 11 rebounds, defending their best player, moves the ball. He's tough, man. He's a tough dude. I respect him. I thought he played a good basketball game today, except maybe for a couple of those turnovers, but a couple of those were late.
Everybody talks about Deari and Parker being able to shoot from 3, but Hunter made 5.
5.
EC had 3.
Right.
Everybody's been able to see how booked he is. What is it like to be able to have that depth, 3-point shooting wise, where they could lock down somebody on the perimeter, but you're going to have to lock down all 5.
Yeah. Well, that's how when you put a team together, that's what you hope for, right? try to put a team on the floor that everybody has to be defended. And as a coach, I can tell you that those type of teams really give me a hard time, trying to scheme them defensively, because you can't come off this guy because of that or this or that. Sometimes you could just not guard somebody, but we can't. I don't think there's anybody on our team you don't have to guard. And so it's a great, it's a great feeling. Credit to those players, and credit to my staff for going out and, finding the guys that fit what we do, and right now we have that for sure.
A game management question, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
You keep many of the starters in until the final 30 seconds. Is that metrics driven?
Yes, no question. I mean, I told the TV guys at the last media timeout, we were getting on them about the score matters, and it does. I hate to say it. I despise it. I'm on record for that. Absolutely despise it. I'd rather win by 1 and be happy, or 5 or 10. But you can't. You got your head in the sand if you don't know that, because that's how it works. Now they'll probably act like it don't. That's how it works. Okay, there's too much data out there to not see that, and so yeah. Now here's what I do, just so everybody knows. When it gets down to that point at the end, if you're a scholarship player, I ask you if you want to go in or not. You don't have to go in, because I don't ever want somebody to feel like I've embarrassed them, or I love my players, and so I'm never going to. And I always promise I'm never going to do anything to embarrass you. So when I go down that line to figure out who wants to go in, I'm asking. And some guys want to go in, sometimes they don't. I don't care. That's their decision, okay? Because they haven't played the entire game. It's a blowout. I get it. Now, obviously, the red team there, they want in. I call them the red team because that's the jerseys they wear, or blue, whatever they're wearing. Those guys are running, and Owen got him a great block shot down there at the other end. I love those guys. Those guys do an unbelievable job, man. It's one of the best walk-on teams, if not the best one I've ever had. And they're all young. And that's losing RJ to a knee injury. Them guys are locked in. And they run that stuff now. And Vinny, he can shoot the cover off of that thing. And so he causes a lot of problems in practice, because I get pissed when he starts banging shots. And then I start looking at him like, man, that's a pretty good shot. So I like those guys.
Steve, with the quick turnaround to Chapel Hill on Monday night, was it sort of good that it wasn't a close game? Or how do you feel? Will you feel fresh enough?
I think it was better that it was a noon game. If you ask me, John, you can't really control that so much.